know what time it is. It's time to get sauced up with another Super Saiyan Jutsu reaction to Demon Slayer. Now, last time Tokito breaks out of the water bubble that he's in with some assistance, you know? And the crazy part is at that time, you see this little boy getting cut up by this fish. And at that time, he doesn't even give up, right? It seemed like he was like, look, you saved me. Let me save you. And you had this, semi-flashback of Tanjiro talking to him, saying, like, look, if you do right by people, people will do right by you. And he ends up putting his hands on the bubble and blows air into it. And he receives said air. Now, I don't know how its science is. From what I understand, back in the day, we inhale oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So, or is it carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide? Regardless of the fact, we don't breathe out oxygen. So it was just interesting to me, like, does that science, you know what I'm saying? Does that science, if I blow air into, could you inhale oxygen? I don't know. I don't know if it's sciences all the way, but still cool. And Tokito breaks out of the water, prison that he was in. Interesting enough, though, he did say during his, his time in the water, when he heard supposedly what Tanjiro was saying, it wasn't what Tanjiro was saying, but it looked like Tanjiro. And he had come to the understanding of, that's right, you have the same eyes as my dad. So now there's all these other scenarios that's going through my head. Like, are they somehow related, cousins from the same family of people? I'm so excited to see what that means, because usually animes, when they try to make certain connections, they don't just bring up stuff sometimes out of happenstance, but then sometimes it is a MacGuffin. So I'm not sure where to go with this, but if you guys are excited like I am and you want to continue this journey with me watching Demon Slayer, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We've had over 15,000 people this month join the squad over here, so thank you everybody that's been here and rocking with me for this month on Demon Slayer. It's been amazing, so thank you guys so much. But, oh, and by the way, if you guys want to catch this uncut, it is over on the Phantom Troop. It's actually exclusive on the Phantom Troop due to crazy copyright stuff that happened on Patreon. So if you guys want to catch this uncut, it is over on the Phantom Troop. But are you guys ready to go? Because I am. Let's get this thing moving. We made it out, bro. In the nick of time. Now you gotta get those needles out your face, bro, because that's all poison. The poison. Right. You're in all the woods, bro. Oh. Dang, that was quick. Nah, bro. Oh, you have a few of them. Now on your feet. He's remembering. Right, because remember, he had, it seemed like he had some severe amnesia. He didn't remember anything. He said, Father. So that's another one of those things of, if somehow Tanjiro, even though they're not related, Tanjiro somehow snapped his memory back, which is really interesting. The Mu in Muichiro. He's in awe, look at that. Feel some kind of fever? Great animation on the water, that was awesome. Oh no, not the cold. The rain looks amazing. Reach. It's that Tears of the Kingdom vibe. Oh no, did he just fall? Oh. Oh no. Oh wow. Alone at 10 years old. Wow. Muichiro. He had a twin. So his brother either already had this in his mind, or that particular incident made him feel like this. Like this is a tough scenario to be in.
人のために何かしようとして死んだ人間の言うことなんて当てにならない。
Look at that, see?
なんでそんなこと死んだのは母さん一人で済んだのに。そんな言い方するなよ。あんまりだよ。無一郎の無は無能の無。
Incompetence.
こんな会話意味がない。無意味の無。
So he's not coping with it, right? So he's mad on the logic, and he doesn't really get the fact that Dad was trying to do whatever he could, not only for his wife, but for the mother of his kids, right? So, but him being a teenager or a young preteen doesn't understand the complexity of that type of a decision, right? He's going to try to do whatever he can whenever he can. He's not going to like, oh, well, let me just wait for the morning. Like, she looks like she's in bad shape. This may help. I'm going to do whatever I can, stay here. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't understand the context or, you know, what that feeling would be for the father to try to take that risk, you know? So I like how they're painting this right now because he lacks that perspective. It's really interesting.
言葉のきつい人だった。兄さん、水を汲んでくるね。まだやっていなかったのか。
I'm assuming this is when he loses his brother, who said it was when he was 11 that he lost his brother. Uh-oh. You know what that looked like?
その方は親方様のお内儀で
Was Master's
僕ら
wife.
を訪ねてこんな山の中まで来たというのだ。
Oh, never mind. I don't know why I thought something different. I don't know. Never mind. I was about to be like, no way.
だけど。
てる人たちを助けてあげようよ。僕たちならきっと。お前に何ができるって言うんだよ。米も一人で炊けないようなやつが剣士になる？何？あんなに止めたのに。母さんにも休んでって何度も言ったのに。人を助けるなんてことはない。助けてやろうか。できること。俺たちにできること。犬死にと無駄死にだよ。
This is so interesting. So he's gotten to a point where he doesn't believe anything good could happen, right? He's like, oh, well, because they had these wild ideas of what they could or couldn't do, they weren't thinking logically enough. This got us to this particular situation. I'm now left to take care of both of us. And he's like, and you over here trying to chase dreams, like, he's gotten so far into his anger that he doesn't believe that anything else is possible, right? He's like, this is our life. This is who we are now. Like, he's stuck in this. And I've actually seen this play out in real life with people, right? They have a bad go at it for a while. Maybe their offspring want to do X, Y, and Z, and they're just like, we can't do that. Our family doesn't do those types of things. We can't become this. We're not lucky enough. We're not. And they actually take on, they utilize the pain that they've been through and they throw it on other people. Sometimes they're kids. And it's a vicious cycle of repeated things until somebody mentally breaks it and doesn't listen to it, you know? But it's hard when it's somebody that close to you for you to ignore it completely, you know?
父さんと母さんの子供だからな。
僕たちは口を聞かなくなった。
We stopped speaking to each other. Wow.
ずっと家へ通ってくれる天音様に。
The fact that you're carrying a log like that, you're pretty strong. I know what that dry mouth feel like when you sleep. Oh.
なんだ。
Oh.
ガキ2匹だけで。
Oh. Oh no.
無一郎。
Oh no. Oh! Oh! Is that who I think it is? That's not who that I think it is, right? That's not number 3, is it? Oh!
目の前が真っ赤になった。
All I could see was red.
馬ことは本当に思い出せない。
Oh
と
wow.
てつもない方向が。
So you cut him.
気づくと
Oh!
鬼は死にかけていた。
Oh, wow. The sun got him, boy. Okay, it's not number 3 then. I was like, yo.
雄一郎のところへ行きたかったのに。
Did he make it though? Did he
突
bleed
然
out?
体が鉛みたいに重くなって、目の前
So
にある家まで。
so that was, I'm assuming, his first time he did any type of breathing. That's what I'm assuming happened to him. Oh, no. I beg of you.
どうか弟だけは助けてください。
Man. Oof. I know I'm an older brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know there's like a protection vibe. You know what I'm saying? For sure. For sure. He's so afraid. He was so afraid of losing his brother because he lost his parents, and that anger and all that was just coming out of his brother. He couldn't express anything properly. He's, you know what I'm saying? But deep down, it's still his little brother. And he was still trying to protect him. He was trying to take care of them. He was, you know, so in this moment, Muichiro all he knows is my brother doesn't care about me. That's all he thinks, right? Even though he was coming off ridiculous to him.
俺だけにしてください。無一郎の無は。
I've always known the Muichiro.
無限の
Oh, look at that!
無なんだ。
Infinity. Oh,
霞のこと。
oh.
遺留切り。
Oh, that's interesting. Man,
ことはいいから
that was heavy.
助
Oh,
けて
he has the flame on his face. The flame popped up. This is interesting. It looks like a cloud almost though. It doesn't look like a flame. Oh, he is going still. Oh, my man is focused. I'm gonna show this eye. Look at him. Nah. What's with the mark? Okay, so it's a similar mark. But see, his looks like a flame. His looks like a cloud mixed with flame. Nice. Uh-oh, he's moving. Oh, chill. Oh! Do you have your other sword now? Is he still working on it? He said, nope, I'm back at it. Bruh. You better pay attention. He got his sword now. Does he? Oh, look at that. Yep, look at that. Oh, look how clean it is.
この病気で死んでし
He
まっ
passed away from a heart disease.
何本刀を取り替えようが変わらない。
You sure about that?
てくれようか、お前さんのことを。ものを覚えていられんことの不安がどれだけか、そして血へどを吐くような努力をわしももう長くはない、命を惜しむ年ではないが、どうにもお前さんが気がかりじゃ。
And I wonder too, like, cause him in the sword game, I'm assuming like almost similar to maybe Hell's Paradise, like the sword reveals a particular thing about a person. I'm assuming in this, it's like I see how the swords come back, and it tells me a lot about the user, maybe the pain, the anger, what have you. This is super interesting, and he obviously is like looks at him or at least deems himself almost like a mentor figure to him. Oh, here he goes. Beautiful. Oh my God. Uh-oh. Are you sure about that? Oh, you're next. I'm gonna slash you next time. Oh. Oh. Sick. Let's go, Tokito. Let's do it.
Muichiro. 優しくしてやれなくてごめんな。誰かのために。無限の力を出せる。
Oh, let's go. Oh. Oh. Boy. Yo, man, Demon Slayer is on one, bro. Oh my God. They do such a good job of character backstories. They do such a good job, man. Because we really only get an episode sometimes with these characters. And they have to build a compelling story, because everybody that we've seen on here that is some type of Hashira, some type of Demon Slayer, is here based out of some tragedy that happened to them in their past. So we need to know what their motivation is to be what they are, right? You don't just be like, oh, I'm awake, I want to be a Demon Slayer today. Like, everybody has some kind of tragic story. And I like that, because it doesn't make it seem like Tanjiro is the only one that has something to fight for, right? They all have some tragedy in their past that gives them the ability to move forward. And sometimes they succeed in said moving forward, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're able to make that commitment become a reality and save people's lives, and sometimes they can't. And this is just another dope way of showcasing a different story. And obviously we saw a backstory of Genya and his brother, but a very different type of story. Like, Genya, his brother obviously became a Hashira. Genya wants to become a Hashira. Tokito his brother didn't make it. His brother was trying to be super protective of him, because he was afraid to lose him as well, right? Seeing the whole story, it's like, okay, not only was he frustrated at this whole thing, he was also in a super protective mode of, I need to protect you. Since we don't have mom and dad here, I have to be the one that protects you. So that's what he was trying to do. He jumped in the way of him to get cut up, and lost his arm in the process. I mean, dude, like, it's one of those things of, the overprotective parent due to, a tragedy, right? They're afraid that something's gonna happen to their offspring, to their sibling, what have you. Like, I like that approach. And again, it doesn't feel like they're just regurgitating different stories, right? This story was very different from Genya's, but the similarity was their family was shaken or taken by a demon. But even in his scenario, like, seeing his parents go the way that they did, like, we don't know what was wrong with his mom. Dad was like, I'm gonna do whatever I can. And that was still in him, right? That was still in Tokito. It was like, Dad was doing what he thought he could do. Like, he was trying to be a hero. Like, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to do well by others, right? And, the anger of the older brother was like, no, like, in the overprotective nature, looking at it now in its full entirety, it was like, no, like, that's not how you need to think. That killed them. Like, I can't have you thinking like that, because I need you to live. Like, it's so layered. It's so layered. But what a great episode. I'm loving this season of Demon Slayer. I mean, I've liked Demon Slayer since season 1. I'm not on the bandwagon of the overhype whatever. I like it a lot. I think it mixes a great deal of good storytelling with phenomenal action set pieces that honestly, to me, match the level of, they obviously exceed the level of storytelling. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. I would love to know your guys' thoughts, especially as manga readers. How you feeling about this adaptation thus far, this episode? Non-manga readers, how you feeling, man? Are you still on the season 3 sword arc bandwagon? Have you teetered off a little bit? Are you excited about more? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about that. I'm on. I love it so far. My biggest thing now is we know that this sword is going. The sword that what's his name is that strictly for Tanjiro. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one.